Hello, hello, hello. This is Deborah Deras, mindset expert, keynote speaker, author, and right here, right now, live with you, giving you 3 mindset tips to be able to have peak performance. For those of you that don't know me, we are connected online. We probably met at an event, at a conference, somewhere where you were full of great energy. We connected, and that's how we are here today. And my intention today, as always, is to be able to provide you with strategies that's going to help your life be easier, that you can align for success or realign for some of us so that we can be on purpose. Hello, Daryl. Long time no see. Daryl, this is my first time on LinkedIn. That's why I haven't seen you. I'm very excited. LinkedIn has officially made me a creator account. Wepa! George, you're here too. Oh my God. This is legit. LinkedIn is legit. And it's my first time going live on LinkedIn. Super excited. Because for those of you that don't know me, for the past 20 years, I've been doing keynote speaking on the topic of peak performance. What the heck is peak performance? Peak performance is increasing your productivity, increasing your energy efficiency, increasing your ability to get more done when you have less resources. I wrote a book called Confessions of an Adrenaline Addict. I have a program called the Energy Revitalization System. I forgot about this program. It was sitting on my desk. I'm like, oh, this looks like a good program. CDs. Anyway, super excited. But today I'm actually going to give you some practical tips. I know you're busy. You got to leave the office. You got to get to dinner. You're working from home. You got to unplug, or you're telecommuting. You got to drive home. So let's make this snappy. We're about efficiency, aren't we? Yes, we are. By the way, hi, Joan. Nice to see you. I just got your text. Okay. Step 1 for 3 tips to efficiency. Okay. You guys ready for step 1? If you want to take notes, you don't have to, because this recording will be up on my YouTube channel, which is deborahderaslive.com. Or if you're watching me on LinkedIn, it's going to be there. So don't feel like you have to pull over and take notes, but you might want to. I can always give you the document that I'm working on. Okay. Step 1, to have more productivity, increase your performance so you can work 4 hours instead of 8. Or I went from 12 hours a day to 8 hours a day to now averaging 5 to 6 hours a day, making progress. How do we do it? Step 1, I did it today. I'm very proud of myself, is stop freaking multitasking. Excuse my language. George, stop freaking multitasking. You know why? Because when we multitask, we are distracted. We cannot put all of our attention listening to someone that's coming in our office when we're on our email or texting on the phone. I used to hate it when I would go into back when I was working in the 90s. And if I was talking to someone and they're not looking at me, they're looking down at their phone or they're looking at something else. In order for us to be at maximum efficiency, maximum capacity, we need to actually single task, focus. My dad is from Colombia, Bogota, Colombia. And he would always tell me, baby, what you need to do is focus. You need to focus your energy. He was so cute. And I never understood why he was always telling me that. And he was always telling me that because as an Energizer bunny, with a little bit of ADD, I would often be distracted. I'd be looking here, looking there, blah, blah, blah. And what he realized, and what I've realized by teaching in corporate America for over 20 years, is that in order for us to have maximal results, we need to have maximum energy. And our energy needs to go solely into one task. I'm not saying if you go for a jog, you can't listen to music or you can't listen to an audio book while at a walk. But when you're doing something of high importance, and that's what we want to do when we're being productive, schedule in our most important things when? First. Not when we're tired, not at the end of the day. First. I scheduled this StreamYard first. First thing when I walked in the door this morning, I said, let's schedule my live stream first. Work everything around that. Okay? So we want to put all of our energy, all of our attention into one thing and single task. I talk about this in my book, Confessions of an Adrenaline Addict. What I do is I have headphones, noise canceling headphones, because I'm in Venice Beach, and if you can tell, there's a lot of distractions around here, good distractions and crazy distractions, but they're all good, right? So I put on the noise canceling headphones, get some focus, binaural beats on, and boom, do that proposal, create that PowerPoint. Or for you, in your case, maybe make those sales calls. The fortune is in the follow-up, isn't it, right? So we just stay focused, single laser task, right? Oh, you say 5 to 6 hours a day sounds like a dream. Yes, it is a dream. And I'm so grateful to get to that point. It took me 20 years, the punk rock MPH. So it wasn't overnight. Okay. It's kind of like giving myself a little bit of a raise, because now that I work half the hours that I did before, and then my revenue is increasing, great. Okay. Next, number 2 way that we're going to increase our productivity. You ready for it? Everybody got a pen and a paper? It is to observe your negative mind chatter. Ooh la la. Observe your negative mind chatter. Do you know the number one thing that takes us off our game is not other people? It's not our coworkers. It's not our boss. It's not our assistant. It's not our neighbor. I'm laughing at that one. It's not our neighbor. It is ourselves. What is it I always say? You've heard me say this, Daryl. You've heard me say this, Joan. You've heard me say this, George. Our ego is not our amigo, right? Right, Danielle? My ego says, you don't need to drive. Why don't you just walk 5 miles? That's my. It is not our amigo. And one of the things that my mindset coach, because never trust a mindset coach without a mindset coach. So my coach says to me, what you need to do is not judge the ego or the mind chatter, but to compassionately observe it. Have you ever read any books by Wayne Dyer? He wrote The Power of Intention, so many great books. He's departed now, but he's still the father of human development, psychology. He is master teacher. And he would say, instead of judging our negative thoughts and our negative mind shadow, we could say, that's interesting. Oh, I'm not on that program of work till I burn out. I'm on the work with ease and grace program. I'm on the work smarter, not harder program. And we can redirect our attention on our intention. And if our intention is focus, let's focus up. If our intention is letting go of the past, let's let go of the past. But what we need to do is be aware. Where is our ego taking us out? And how can we focus the direction? Remember, you are navigating the steering wheel of your life, right? So you could be at K-fear, all negativity all the time, all the catastrophes, all the things that could possibly happen. Or we have the capacity to turn that station to K-possibility, K-love, Radio Amor. And that Radio Amor station might tell us, oh, I love to do follow-up calls because that gives me increased connection with people that I know need my help. Or I love to focus on my highest priority activities because that's what's going to take for me to get to the next level of where I want to be. Boom, drop the mic, right? So we need to stop taking ourselves out by not being a judger of ourselves, but being a compassionate observer, like Wayne Dyer teaches us. Love Wayne Dyer. If you have not read the book, The Power of Intention, read it now, okay? All right, let's go to number 3. So we've done, you guys got the first step? What is the first one? If you're here, write it in the chat if you can write it, if you're not driving. Number 1, instead of multitasking, what are we going to do? For important items, single task. We're going to put all of our energy and all of our attention into that. I did that with the presentation that I was working on today. Boom, I got it completely done. Normally it would take me weeks to do the presentation, but because I single task and I focus, guess what? In a few hours, it was completely done. Fantastic. Single task. You're right, Danielle. You win. What can I give you? I got to give you a prize. Remind me, you win. I'm giving you a prize. Number two, observing. Observing that ego, not judging the ego. In fact, I named my ego. Her name is Lola. And she was a showgirl. No, I'm just kidding. You guys don't know Barry Manilow. You're too young. Okay, number three. This is a good one. I learned this from the book, The Power of Full Engagement. Number three is every 90 minutes, shift your activity. Do you hear a little bell in the distance? You know what that is? That's my alarm telling me to stand up. And guess what I'm going to do after I'm done here? I'm going to go for a little walk. Venice Canal, see the little sunset. It'll be really beautiful. But if we work all sitting down all the way through, or for some of you, maybe like Danielle that stands up all the time, what we need to do, according to the Power of Full Engagement book, Tony Schwartz and Jim Lohr, they're peak performance experts coaching Olympic athletes to win that gold. How do they do it? They focus on energy efficiency. And energy efficiency means that your energy needs to move. So if you're sitting down all day long or standing up all day long, your energy gets stagnant. What we need to do is we need to shift that by every 90 minutes, setting your alarm. And if you're sitting, stand up, go for a little walk. It'll align your left and right brain. So not only do you have your problem solving, but you also have your creativity and innovation. If you're like Danielle and you may be standing all day, take a moment every 90 minutes to sit down, just to be still, just to connect to what is your intention. I used to set the alarm. I learned this from my mentor, Dr. Michael Beckwith. He was in the movie The Secret, founder of the Agape International Spiritual Center. So I got my spiritual counseling license through him, and I was studying under him. I still am technically for like 18 years, well, since 1999. And he would say, set your alarm every hour and label it. What is your intention? And he says, refocus your attention on your intention. And my intention for that hour may be peace. My intention for that hour could be power. My intention for that hour could be integrity. And I would just pick a quality each and every hour. And when the alarm would go off, it would remind me, okay, focus on your goal. And so every 90 minutes, we want to set a break, either a walk break or a sit break. Because when we shift our energy, guess what? Stagnation cannot be creation. And for all of us as corporate people, as busy professionals, as entrepreneurs, as intrapreneurs, we need to have our energy flowing. We need those creative juices to be moving and grooving. Okay? Moving and grooving, right? Okay. I like that. Moving and grooving. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much for joining me. This has been your 3 tips for mindset for peak performance. Why do we want peak performance? Because then we could work smarter, not harder. We could cut our time in half, like I said, cut my time from 12 hours to 5 to 6 hours. And I'm about to stop working after this and take a little beautiful sunset walk, right? When we follow these principles, guess what? Not only are we going to be more productive, but we're going to feel better. And guess what? When we feel better, we bring positive energy to those around us. And when we bring positive energy to those around us, it's a greater world to be in because people aren't snarky and grumpy and angry and frustrated. People are happy and joyful and grateful and fulfilled and in alignment and on purpose. And that's what we're here to do, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. How can we do that? By taking care of ourselves, by doing these productivity and efficiency tools. I hope this was helpful. If there's any topics that you want me to cover in the future, please write it down in the comments. Does that make sense, Marianne? Oh my God, you're here. I miss you. Oh, you love it, huh? Cool. So great to see you. Mama Cheesecake in the house. Always my favorite, Danielle. Great to have you here. I'm also streaming live for the first time today on LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn is linked up so we can just spread more of this positive energy. There's so much negativity in the world, and my intention is to be a bright light in the world, spread positive energy. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Deborah Deras, mindset expert, consultant, author, and here to be able to serve you to realign your mindset for peak performance. Ciao for now. Bye. See ya.